Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You were.
Something that popped in my head, I noticed that there are times in anime where you have the character speaking while they're eating or drinking or whatever. And I understand that most of the time when you're in the booth, they just do the whole tongue-in-cheek thing, you know, to mimic eating or whatnot. But there are some studios, like I've heard stories from Vicky and others who work in, actually going out to snack machine and eating food to make it more realistic. So, do you guys actually go ahead and do that, or do you just stick to the whole tongue-in-cheek thing most of the time?
Depends on the actor, I would say, for me, you know, that some of them can fake it with this, you know, they can go, but I mean, drinking sounds usually will give them, you know, they have water in there, they'll fake it or something. I mean, they'll drink something. But food, they can usually put something in it. But I've had actors in hand say literally, here, put this in your mouth and now talk. Yeah.
That's a really bad casting process. You want the job? Put this in your mouth. We're talking like candy.
No, it's like,
I don't know what you're thinking. Come on, get your hand up. You got this.
It's like, it's usually like it's funny too, because different food have different properties too, and you have to be careful. I would give people, they were all plus straw in my mouth, and suddenly you get this sort of like plastic bouncing off the teeth or something like that. And so you got to find sometimes soft objects like bread or a Tootsie Roll if you want to make it a little more gummy.
Or potato chips.
Potato chip.
I will admit, in Death Note, I did not eat one potato chip in the studio. It's acting. Oh, at lunch break, I'd go through like 4 bags to make it. This show's making me hungry for potato chips.
I don't think I've ever eaten anything in a show yet. I ate like a hot dog and an original animation thing, and I ate a Twinkie while I was recording for that. I think that's the only time I've done it so far.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know, have any of you seen Girls Bravo? Yeah. Michelle Ruff did not have a banana in her mouth throughout her recording.
You're shattering my illusions. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this way. Whoops, let's move on.
All right.
This to save me from myself.
Yes.
Come. I just wanted, because I'm pretty sure all of us here have heard like the donut story or the pudding story. But have you guys ever had any embarrassing moments, like either in or out of the booth, like during your recording session?
I have lots of embarrassing moments out of the booth all my entire life. It's one big embarrassing moment. But yeah, there are always interesting stories. I'm sure you guys can tell. But what interesting stories from Canada can you tell?
God, see, it's funny when you ask for embarrassing stories. Share them with everybody. Damn embarrassing! I don't want everybody to know. So I will share embarrassing stories about other actors. No problems with that. Here's a good one, and he doesn't mind me telling this story because I just love to tell this. So this was working on X-Men Evolution, and so it was a relay show. Everybody's in the same room, and a gentleman named Scott McNeil was playing Wolverine, right? Everybody loves a good Scotty story. So here we go. So Scott's playing Wolverine, and he's got this epic battle. I think he's fighting Sabretooth or something, right? So it's not Scott very politely standing in the mic going, all that kind of stuff. He's got the claws out. You can see him. He's basically, Mike's here. This is Scott McNeil, right? So he goes through this incredible sequence of events, and you can just picture all the animation in your head. He gets to the end of it, big epic battle cry. The most delicate little fart sound came after these intense grunts and growls, and just the reaction in there was hilarious. Because it was such a great take. They kept the take. Of course, they trimmed off the end. But you hear it, and everyone's like, "Who's doing a really good job?" And then there's a little silence, and then a beat pause. Everybody in the room, everybody in the booth, it was just priceless. So, I love telling that story because it was just a fun moment, one of those new things.
I really can't even beat that.
Okay, I got another one. This is a quick one. I think it was Gary Chalk, who's another voice actor from Vancouver. And I wasn't around for this one, but I've heard the story. There was one character in whatever show he was working on at the time that had to do a belch. And so Gary was basically saying, oh, I'll do the belch. So he grabs a can of Coke, and all right, just wait. Almost there. And then he apparently let out this incredible belch, as well as, like 2 liters of Coke foam at the same time. It was like a 3-dimensional belch or something. Something tells me they probably did not use that tape. It was probably a little squidgy.
Well, I mean, there are 2 variants of the similar story. One happened to me, and one happened to Michelson or Nicholas, but I'll tell both of them. It's the same idea. It's just we get actors. We always like to bring new talent, and there are actors who aren't always familiar with the terminology we use or things we may ask or something like that. So one day I have a new voice actress who's in there, but she's got a really incredibly talented, got a great range of voices and stuff like that. And I'm having her I'm seeing what she can do. She's like doing various characters in different episodes for me. And I said to her, at one point we were getting to the part where we had to do some children, and I said, you like doing little boys, don't you? She's like, I beg your pardon. And I'm like, voicing young children's voice. He's like, but Sir Nicholas has a similar story where he had a girl who came into his booth where she was amply chested. And what happened was, she was putting on her headphones, and she kind of didn't have them on fully, so what they had was what we call bleed. The idea is usually the headphones, they enclose your ears so that you hear it, but it doesn't be picked up by the microphone. But she had sort of like half off the ear, so it was sort of coming off, and the microphone was picking up the thing. Now, in recording, we call headphones cans. So he said to the actress, excuse me, we need you to adjust your cans. She's just like, it's all looks.